Dear traders, for today's analysis I decided to cover USD dollar index. I will speak about the index, I will speak about the gold market, and I will also speak about the euro versus US dollar. So I'll start with the dollar index first. Basically nothing spectacular changed on the dollar index in terms of the trend. Trend is still pretty bullish based on the last few months. Basically there is just higher highs and higher lows overall. But what is interesting on the dollar index is that there is pivot at 93.73, which is basically a swing high from like mid-August, and I basically expect the price to retest that. There is also another bull cross here, which actually can be a quite interesting continuational pattern here. There is another bull cross, and I see no reason why the dollar index cannot retest at least 93.73. In case of the bigger and stronger breakout of that level, I can also see the dollar index to revisit 94.25 or 94.30 area. So definitely watch for the upside, more upside pressure on the US dollar index. That will definitely lead the gold. As you see, I mentioned this, that gold is on the down cycle, and that yesterday's move above the previous day high and rejection was basically a very important piece of information for the further downside, and that's exactly what is happening now. Gold is trading below 1737, which was basically a pivot low from last week, and it's probably heading towards the 1723, which is the next objective. So 1723 and 1716 next big pivot zone. If we even take that and trade lower, then definitely there is a tons of the potential to revisit like a whole pin bar area from like beginning of August this year. But step by step, first things first, a 1724 next pivot level on the gold. If we speak about the euro dollar, it's also getting closer to this mid-August low. We barely tested that today. 1.1671 was the low, is the low for the day, and this pivot is at 1.1665, so like 6 to 7 pips. The market failed to test that, but obviously I see still big downside pressure, and slow line actually hitting some new lows, so momentum is really on the downside on the large degree, so probably watching for to sell on the rallies and stuff like that. Intraday speaking will be appropriate strategy on this one. And I also want to cover USD versus Canadian dollar. I think overall that on the large degree we're accumulating orders, and we potentially can have some decent rally here in USD Canadian dollar. There was a 3 pushes downside. If you check here, there was an initial downside push here, second and third, and every time we get a close price reversal, and there is a convergence here on stochastic. There is a higher lows, even the market is making the lower lows. So overall short term, I do expect a rally today and also the next days in the USD CAD, probably to retest the 1.2675 and then even try to attack 1.2730. So watch definitely for buying opportunities on the pullbacks on this currency pair. That'll be all for this for today's analysis. I hope that you did enjoy, and trade safe, and see you all tomorrow morning.